Hello everyone and welcome back to my second episode in the Slimefun tutorial series. So today we will be talking about all the tools and weapons there are. So yeah, let's go and see. Now the first two weapons will be Grandma's walking stick and Grandpa's walking stick. So Grandma's walking stick is made like this in an enhanced crafting table, just 3 oak logs. And just go and craft it real quick. Boom, Grandma's walking stick. It comes with knockback too, and as you can see, just a zombie. Boom. Not that much. Now the second tool, Grandpa's walking stick. You go away. Grandpa's walking stick is made like this, also in an enhanced crafting table. And if we just go and craft it now, boom, it has knockback 5. And zombie works a lot better. So yeah, these are the two first tools. Now the third weapon on our list is a Sword of Beheading. Now it's also made in an enhanced crafting table, and it needs 2 magical lumps, tier 2s, a blaze rod, and 2 emeralds. So let's just go and craft it real quick. Boom. Sword of Beheading. It has the Beheading 2 enchantment and has a chance to behead mobs, and even a higher chance for wither skeletons. So if you want to spawn in a wither or something, it's a really useful tool. So if you just go and try it, let's see if we can get it first try here. Okay. Yeah, as you can see already on the second try, we got a wither skeleton skull. As easy as that, really useful tool, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, that's the Sword of Beheading. So now the fourth tool on our list is the Blade of Vampires. Now using the last tool I showed you, you probably have a lot of wither skeleton skulls. So actually you can now craft the Blade of Vampires with it in enchanted crafting table. So if we just go over here to this, have a look at all the cool effects, we get the Blade of Vampires. It also comes with a lot of cool enchants like Fire Aspect 2, Unbreaking 4, and Sharpness 2. But it also, Unbreaking 5, and also Lifesteal 1. This all can be unenchanted from this tool. But basically what this weapon does is, if you take a bit of damage, as you can see, there's like a small ding sound effect, and that's because every time you attack something you have a 45% chance to recover 2 hearts of your health. And now it wasn't the perfect example because I actually have saturation on me, but it does work, and it does work well. Not the best tool, but if you're unenchanted, probably a lot more useful. So now the fifth tool, it's the Seismic Axe. It's made in an enchanted crafting table, and it needs 2 elemental staffs and 3 hardened metal. Not very cheap, but it has a really cool effect. So if you just go and craft it, Seismic Axe, a portable earthquake. Right click to use. So I have a small array of blocks here. If we try it out, as you can see there's already the effects. And something to note about it is that it does not affect chests and blocks like that, hide entities. But it also works on mobs, So if you spawn in a zombie here, as you can see, he gets damaged. And now if we break the block ahead above him, he actually gets launched up pretty high. So I think it's a pretty cool tool. Maybe not the most useful one because it breaks quite fast. Because it takes the ability to use the earthquake ability. But in some PvP or in some occasions it could be pretty useful. Okay, so the next two tools on our list are the Soulbound Sword and the Soulbound Bow. So the Soulbound Sword is crafted like this, two Essence of the Afterlife and a Diamond Sword in the middle. What do? They stay in inventory if you die. That's basically all they do. They can still have enchantments on them, and they're both crafted in an enchanted crafting table. So if you just take this, as you can see, it still functions as a normal bow. You can shoot arrows and everything. But if we use the Up-O-Matic 3000 now, first we keep inventory off, since otherwise they will stay in our inventory without even them being soulbound. But yeah, it's just fall down from the sky, boom, we die, and we respawn with our items still in our inventory. So that's how that works. Pretty simple. If you're like mega rich and you have nothing to do anymore in Slimefun, then I'd go for them, but otherwise, I don't know. They're pretty expensive, like Essence of the Afterlife is pretty expensive. It's made in an ancient altar, by the way, but you can look it up in your Slimefun guide, as always. So yeah, these are these two tools. Now, next on our list are the Explosive Bow and the Icy Bow. So the Explosive Bow is crafted like this. Elemental Staff of Fire, 2 sticks, gunpowder and sulfate. All of these things you can, as always, look it up in the Slimefun guide. And they're crafted in the enchanted crafting table. So if you just make the correct pattern, right click, we get the Explosive Bow. Any arrows fired using this bow will launch the hit enemies into the air. Kind of like the Seismic Axe. So if you try it out now, I have a little target place over here. And we shoot him. As you can see, there's like a explosion sound, and they get launched up and they die at one point. Not really useful. I don't recommend it. If you really want to, you can make it, but yeah, I don't see it as a very useful tool. The next thing, Icy Bow, that's a lot more useful. So this is the crafting recipe: 2 ice, 2 packed ice sticks, and elemental staff of water. It's cheaper and it's better. If you make the correct pattern, again in a enchanted crafting table, right click, we get the Icy Bow. Any arrows fired using this bow will prevent hit enemies from moving for 2 seconds. Now this and bow spam can become really useful together. If you just, as you can see, he couldn't move. He could move. Yeah, they just can't move. That's all the Icy Bow does, and it's super useful. Yeah, that's it for the Icy Bow. So let's get to the next tools this time. Yeah. So now, yeah, for the tools. First up, we have the Kraken Hook, a really cool tool. It's made it 3 hooks and 2 chains. And all of this requires steel. It's not really cheap, and it's balanced. Oh, sorry, it's made in an enhanced crafting table, not the enchanted one. So if we just craft it, boom, crafting hook. Right click to use. So let's go to this tree here, like this. I like it. It's not too OP as well, because as you can see, it drops on the ground once you use it. Yeah, it drops on the ground, and I lost it now. Oh, here it is. So that's for the grappling hook. Useful, and I like it. I normally use it when I can. So yeah, let's get to the next tools. And now we talk about the Smelters Pickaxe. Really, well, yeah, some people like it, some people don't. I personally don't like it that much, but it's 3 lava crystals and 2 ferrosilicon in a enhanced crafting table. So if we just go here and make it, Smelters Pickaxe. As you can see, auto smelting works with fortune. So if we have a few blocks of iron ore now, it makes a particle effect and all the iron gets melted as you mine. I don't know, I can smelt my ores myself, but it's basically unbreakable, like most of Slimefun tools. So you can go for it if you want to. Okay, and next up we have the lumber axe. It's pretty expensive, and it's made in an enchanted crafting table. But what it can do is really useful and cool. So maybe if you have played on servers with MCMMO before, as you may know, there's the tree feller ability, and lumber axe is basically like that, but it doesn't have a cooldown. So let's chop this tree down like this. Everything is gone, no durability taken. I love it. It's one of my favorite tools in all of Slimefun. Really useful, and I highly recommend making it once you can. So next up we have the Pickaxe of Containment. Now this is one of the most OP tools I can think in Slimefun, but it normally isn't enabled on servers because it's just too OP. So yeah, it's crafted with gilded iron and ferrosilicon, like this, in an enchanted crafting table. So if you just go ahead and craft it, like this, we can actually mine spawners. Maybe on some servers that have factions it's enabled, but normally it isn't. It's just too OP. Okay, we don't want pigs, we want zombies. So as you can see, Pickaxe of Containment, broken spawner type zombie. Now it says fractured, must be repaired in an ancient altar. So you actually need to repair it. I'll talk about it in next or another episode. But you can mine spawners, and it's pretty OP, too cheap, I'd say. The tool is just way too cheap. But yeah, that's the Pickaxe of Containment. Now we will be talking about the Hercules Pickaxe. It's made like this, 3 hardened metal and 2 ferrosilicon. Too expensive from my opinion. It's made in enchanted crafting table, and what it can do is it can actually crush ores that you mine into pulverized ores. From my opinion, it's really not that worth it, because like It gets a few good enchants on it, but yeah, it's not worth it. But maybe you want it. I don't know. I don't. So yeah, if you mine the iron ore now, we get iron dust, and it works like that for gold too. And that's all there is to it. I won't call it useful, but maybe some of you may find it useful. But yeah, Hercules Pickaxe. So now we will be talking about my most favorite tool in Slimefun. Like, I always use it. It's the first tool I even go for, and it's the explosive pickaxe. It's made like this: 2 TNT, a synthetic diamond, and 2 ferrosilicon. Not too expensive, and I use it like the most when I play Slimefun. Like, I don't even use a normal pickaxe. I use explosive pickaxe a bit more, or not even a bit, a lot more. So yeah, it's made like this in enchanted crafting table, and the explosive pickaxe. It works with fortune, and that's what even makes it more OP. So as you can see, there's a 3x2 wall, and we just go here. Gone. Reduce the 8 items. So we can also like mine down like this, or like to like make different shapes, you know. It can mine in a 3x3 area, and it's super useful. Like, you can get so much stuff with it, and like finding diamonds is so easy. You'll have like stacks in minutes. So yeah, that's the explosive pickaxe. Highly recommended. If you can, go for it. Like, the first thing you even do is Slimefun. Just go for the explosive pickaxe. Super useful. So now, after the pickaxe of the explosive pickaxe, comes the pickaxe of the seeker. Now this tool, it's basically the same as the explosive pickaxe, but it's not that useful. It's made in enchanted crafting table, like this: synthetic diamond, ferrosilicon, compasses, 2 of them actually. And what it can do is it can find ores for you. Now, I like the way it works, but it may break pretty fast. But yeah, so basically there's a wall here, and if I right click, I can even like the opposite way. It automatically faces you the way the ores are. So if we just like right click and hold the left click, as you can see, iron. And as easy as that, you know. It's a bit expensive, but I often go for it. Like, if explosive pickaxe is disabled, it can help finding ores like a lot. So yeah, your call. I won't go for it this much, but if you want to, you can. So now, the cobalt pickaxe. It's made with 3 cobalt and 2 nickel in enhanced crafting table. And if we just go and craft it like this, it has efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3. And that's really all there is to it. It just mines faster. You can yeah, use it for a starter pickaxe, I guess. It's pretty good for that. But I don't know. Like, I often go for it, but not always. It's cheap and it's good, but yeah, I just normally don't go for it. But I do recommend it if you want to know that. So yeah, that's the cobalt pickaxe. So next up, we have the pickaxe of vein mining. It kind of works like the vein miner mod or excavation. It's pretty expensive since you need silk touch to make it, and you need 2 emerald ore, which are pretty rare. Since it can only be found on a certain biome, that being extreme hills where I am right now. And yeah, so it's made in enchanted crafting table like this. And if you just go and make it, it will allow us to vein mine ores. So yeah, if like I use it for coal and such because I am just too lazy to mine coal. But yeah, it works like this. Just vein mines everything, every ore that is connected to it. I call it useful for coal veins like this, since they're just too tedious for me to mine and I'm just getting bored of them. It's also unbreakable. And end game, I'd go for it. Yeah. And now, lastly, we have the soulbound pickaxe. It works exactly the same like the soulbound sword and bow. It's made like this. And yeah, as you can see, there's not only the pickaxe, but every tool in the game can be made like this. In a enchanted crafting table as always. So yeah, just take all of this, go to Automatic 4000. Boom. We die. And our stuff is in our inventory. Useful for when you have like OP tools and god tools and you just do not want to lose them in lava. So for that matter, I'd call it useful. It's especially the soulbound hoe, but for the bow and sword, not that much. Maybe if you have like OP sword, maybe 10, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Hope you liked it, and make sure to subscribe and like if you of course like the video, and if you want to see more, only 10 subscribe. It just gets me motivated to make more videos. And yeah, that's it. Have fun doing stuff with Slimefun, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.